You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross, the Tar Heel, and welcome to all the Wolfies that are going to be in here as well. Man, I figured that I would give you guys one more video pertaining to this North Carolina-NC State rivalry, man. And basically, it was just an idea that I had in my head as I was coming home from the firing range. But first, before I get into that, man, shout out to Locked On Wolfsack, bro. They commented on my video, and then for the first time in the year and a half that I've had this channel up, all of a sudden on NC State videos, my comments are being ghosted. And so what that means to me is that these soft-ass Wolfpack fans are reporting my comments. And my comments aren't even saying anything like, you know, egregious. Like the Wolfsack, Locked On Wolfsack guy or whoever owns that, you know, runs that stinking site, whatever the crap it is. All I did was respond back with the total score, you know, 68-40 with 6 ties. And then I said, basically, hey man, drink another one on the house for me. And then I guess that got reported like a whole bunch of other, you know, comments that I was thinking commented back to these people. And for whatever reason, it's crazy because I haven't said anything egregious. But, you know, I guess they got some thin skin and they're not used to a Tar Heel like me that's gonna stink and push back, punch back. So, you know, they go to Daddy YouTube and they get my comment taken down. Man, that's stinking soft. But anyway, I wouldn't expect anything else from y'all boys, man. Whole bunch of stinking bark. And then when it comes down to it, you know, you ain't nowhere to be found. It's okay, I get it, man. Make you feel better about yourself. But anyway, without further ado, I was coming home today, man, and I was thinking to myself, what is a good way to kind of parallel the Carolina-NC State football rivalry, man? Like, it's a violent sport, it's a physical sport, and obviously, like a lot of us, man, you can kind of couple it with fighting, some type of fighting, right? Boxing, mixed martial arts, UFC, and what kind of blue-blooded America does not like to watch a good, stinking fight? That's what we do, bro. We fight. And yes, a blue-blooded American, because the only time your blood is red is when you're stinking bleeding out. But anyway, I tried to couple it with like boxing, right? So if this were a boxing match, and let's say the state of North Carolina has a vacated belt, and we have 2 legitimate contenders here, and they're gonna fight for who is the champion of the state of North Carolina. This is obviously not gonna be like a heavyweight fight. It's kind of more like a, you know, a middle class fight, right? Like a, you know, I wouldn't say a bantamweight or anything like that. That's obviously a little bit too much of a punch in the face, but it's a middleweight fight. That's what it is, right? Who's going to be the stinking champion? Who's going to claim this vacated belt between North Carolina and NC State? So over here, we got Carolina in the Carolina blue corner. And then over here, we got NC State in the red corner. And the way that I'm breaking this down as the scorekeeper here is that there have been 114 meetings between these two schools. Obviously, Carolina owns a 68-40-6 record all time against NC State. And how we're going to break this down is every 10 matchups is going to basically be treated as a round. And then we will go through and we'll, you know, score those rounds and we'll see who is winning this daggone fight. And before we get into this head-to-head matchup, I want to go ahead and put out one more disclaimer for all of Wolfie Nation because I know what's coming up next, man. Well, there was a time when Jebediah was on his tractor and we didn't have any scholarships to you know, hand out to the kids, and you know, therefore it doesn't count. Boy, shut your stinking mouth, man. How many NC State guys that put on that daggone uniform would be ashamed of the way that y'all are ashamed of them? Every time we bring up, you know, all the stinking old heads, you guys are absolutely ashamed of those dudes, man. And that is absolutely comical to me. It's comical to me. I'm not ashamed of the boys now, and I'm not ashamed of the boys back then, bro. But y'all boys are ashamed of your stinking history, and that is absolutely shameful. So anyway, every 10 matchups is going to be construed as one round, okay? And then we're gonna, like I said, score this thing, and we're gonna see who's winning this fight. And like I said, as long as you had that silly ass Looney Tunes wolf on the side of your leather helmet, guess what, buddy? It counts, okay? That's just the simple fact of the matter. Y'all have red on, we got Carolina blue, head to head. Who won this stinking ball game? Stop being ashamed of your history. Anyway, round 1, okay? First 10 matchups. Here's the stinking head-to-head record. 8 wins for Carolina, 0 wins for State, with 2 ties. Now, if I was going to score that daggone round, that to me seems like there was a real good possibility that y'all were stinking light on your daggone feet, bro. Like a lot of wobbly in the knees. You might have even got knocked down in that stinking round, but I'm going to be gracious to you. We're just going to score that 10-9 Carolina. So 1 round to Carolina, 0 rounds for NC State. Let's go to round 2. 6 wins for the Heels, 2 wins for State, 2 ties. That's a 10-9 round to Carolina all stinking day. There's no way to dispute that. Let's go to round 3. Matches 21 through 30. 7 wins for Carolina, 1 loss, and 2 ties. That's a 10-9 round for UNC. There is no disputing it. So through the first 30 matchups, okay, Carolina's up 3 rounds on y'all boys. Please debate me on that. Round or matchups 31 through 40. 8 wins for Carolina, 2 wins for NC State. That is 100% a 10-9 round for the Heels. That means Carolina's up 4 rounds to nothing against the Wolf Sack. Let's go to matches 41 through 50. Guess what? You showed up a little bit. Carolina won 6, NC State won 4. But we landed a couple more shots in that one, bro. 10-9 round Carolina. That's how they would score it. We were the aggressor. We landed a couple more shots. It was a close round. 10-9 Carolina. That means Carolina's up 5-0. Now, I'm sitting here ringside and I'm feeling bad for you guys because right now, this is kind of a one-sided fight, bro, and this is for the stinking vacated title. This is for the vacated title, bro. Let's go to matches 51 through 60. 5 wins for Carolina, 5 wins for NC State. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's a close round. It's literally a tie. And because it's Christmas time and I feel sorry for you, I'm going to give you that round, NC State. We're just going to say that the guy at ringside, when he's putting his card out, he says, you know what, man? Let's kind of make this thing a little interesting, dude. We'll give him a round. So we'll give you that round, NC State. I hope you feel good about yourself. Matches 61 through 70. 6 wins for Carolina, 4 rounds for NC State. 10-9 round for the Heels. Matches 71 through 80. What are we in round? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th round. 6 wins for Carolina, 4 wins for NC State. That's a 10-9 round to the Heels. Matches 81 through 90. 7 wins for Carolina, 3 wins for NC State. That is a 10-9 round for the Heels. Now, 91 through 100. 6 wins for NC State, 4 wins for for Carolina. Look at that. You got one. I mean, you got a legitimate round right there, State. You landed a couple more body shots, bro, and you actually straight up won you a daggum round. Let's go to matches 101 through 110. 5-5. That's another dead heat right there, right? It's a tie round. But you know what? Once again, bro, this thing's been so daggone lopsided. And it's Christmas, man, and I know that your wife and kids are over there and they're a little embarrassed about the performance that you've been putting out here in this daggone ring. And so I'm feeling pretty daggone gracious, man. I'm going to give you that round as well. So look at that, State. You got 3 rounds. 8 rounds to 3 rounds. Now listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting here ringside, bro. Matches 111 to 114. And State is up on the scorecard in this stinking round. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But it's been, man, it's been absolute blowouts or anything like that. What we're witnessing right now is State is up 4-0. That would equate to you've had a pretty good first half of the round. A minute 30, you are the aggressor. You're landing the stinking shots. And I'm not going to dispute that at all, okay? We're kind of wondering like, hey, Carolina, why in the world are you taking this round off? When are you going to stinking punch back? What are you doing? All right? But this is what I want you to understand. We're still up 8-3. And depending on what judge's scorecards you look at, it could be stinking 10-1. All right, so I just want to put this into perspective for all of Wolfpack Nation about, you know, the totality of this daggone rivalry. You guys just love to forget about the past, bro. You're so ashamed of your history when it starts talking about football, bro. Oh, we don't claim those guys. Oh, no. Well, that's not really, you know, they don't count. Good night, man. Good night. I ain't never seen nothing more disgraceful in my daggone life, bro. Nothing more disgraceful in my life. Y'all want to focus on here and now, and I completely understand that, bro. But I ain't never seen a fan base so ashamed of their history. So the point is this. On a good day, Carolina's up 8-3. And you know what? That's with us not taking a daggone point away from you in the first round by not having any stinking wins, okay? So you're lucky to even be in the fight at that point at all, all right? So I wanted to kind of break that down for you, man. It's a little bit more lighthearted of a video, you know, some food for thought for all the stinking Wolfies out there. I'm sure this is going to generate all kinds of stinking, you know, pushback from these guys. But I'll tell you this, man, do me a favor, okay? If you're a Wolfpack fan and you're going to comment on this stinking channel, bro, don't you be soft and start reporting comments, bro. That crap is stinking weak. You're already ashamed of your history. Don't be stinking soft, bro. Grow a chin, grow a pair. You'll be all right. Let's have some stinking fun. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And I know y'all boys ain't used to a Tar Heel like this, but I'm a punch back. Go Heels.